Listen, a very important story. You probably remember last week we spoke to a woman called Vera Twomey. She has a 7-year-old daughter called Ava who has something called Dravet syndrome. It's an extremely rare drug-resistant form of epilepsy which at times can cause up to 20 seizures in a single day. And Vera says that medical marijuana in liquid form has the potential to save her daughter's life as it reduces the frequency of these seizures. And this is what she's currently battling the government against. So much so, in fact, that she has been walking from her home in Ahabelogan, County Cork, all the way to the gates of Leinster House, where she hopes to meet Simon Harris, Minister for Health. And she says that she will camp outside the gates until legislation is introduced to help her daughter. Now, our reporter Connor hit the roads this morning because she's nearing the end of her trek at the moment. Isn't that right, Connor?
Yes, she is. I went out to meet her on the Naas Road. She's got just a little over 10 kilometres, or she had just a little over 10 kilometres left in a 260 kilometre journey. So it's some journey. She was in good spirits. She she injured her knee over the weekend.
That's right.
So she's now in a wheelchair.
So the walk is pushing her.
The walk is stopped.
Taking its toll.
Yes, there's someone pushing her along. And she's also lost her voice, but she is in good spirits. I had a chat to her and I asked her how she was. So Vera, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The voice is gone, as you might have gathered. And my leg is pretty bad. I'm after taking off a lot of painkillers this morning for the leg, but I'm very determined. We're not going home until we get it.
And is that the plan? Will you stay outside the Dáil until you do get what you need?
I will. Well, we'll take one day at a time. I mean, it's not what anybody wants to be doing in any time of the year, but if it comes to it, yes, that's what we'll do.
And how is Ava? How's she doing?
Ava is very good. She had another seizure on Sunday morning, but she was okay. She was able to come up, but unfortunately, I don't like to have to admit it, but the seizures are coming back. She had a day the previous week. She had 4 in a day, and we hadn't had that many for a good few months. So we need the THC, and we need the opportunity to try it.
And obviously, as you said, you're doing what you have to do because you have no other option. But it must be difficult to be away from Ava as well.
It is unbearable. Like, I have 4 of them, and they're mine. And Ava's 7, Sophia's 5. Michael is 4, Elvira May is 2. More than a week away from them and seeing them only twice in 9 days. It's the cruelest thing. They've been so cruel to us. We've always excuse me. We've always applied self-control and patience when we're dealing with the government and with the HSE, and they've treated us very badly.
And what will you be saying to Minister Harris today if you do meet him?
I'll be saying to him that he's going to have to legislate for medicinal cannabis. I'm going to be saying that he's going to have to provide what this country is demanding. The hundreds of people aren't coming out here walking for the good of their health. They're coming out because they know that this works. And there's a lot of people out there that are using medicinal cannabis in the shadows to treat their cancer, to treat their chronic pain, to treat their epilepsy. And we're not criminals. We want to be out in the open and be able to discuss our medication and be able to deal with our doctors in the way that you would with any other medication that is successful, and it's not an unreasonable ask.
So that's Cork mother Vera Twomey there, who's nearing Dublin after walking all the way from Cork to get medication sorted for her daughter Ava, who's 7. What were the crowds like around her, Conor, when you were there?
There was about, I'd say, 50 people. There was about 50 people with her, and there has been the whole way. She's had a huge amount of support constantly. She hasn't been on her own once, which is great. I think that's really what's keeping her going. But I did ask a couple of people. I spoke to some of the people around her and asked them why they felt like they needed to come out, and this is what they told me.
Common decency should tell everybody that they should support someone like Vera. I'm a father myself. I have 4 children. I have 4 grandchildren. I would hate to think that for something as simple as what Vera is looking for, that if I needed it tomorrow morning, just because of red tape and bureaucracy, that it couldn't be made available. this is something so simple and can make a massive difference to the likes of Vera and other families like her.
We've been following Vera's story since probably November. That's when I first heard about it. And I just think that government really need to give her what she wants now at this stage. And it's not just for Ava, it's for all the other people affected that can benefit from medicinal cannabis.
It's just so cruel that children, adults, the elderly all suffer from not having access to medicines they need. My own child was here walking today. We had to self-fund to get him to America for treatment of cerebral palsy, which the HSE wouldn't acknowledge. So it really resonates that she's doing this, that she has to get up in 21st century Ireland, and it's wrong.
I mean, she's been walking since before March. And we're here in the 7th of March, and she's finally gotten herself to Dublin.
It's an incredible journey. You can hear in her voice as well. The poor thing is obviously suffering physically from it, but her spirits are still very high. But she's very keen that people sign up and I suppose, add to the support that she needs.
That's it, exactly. She said, this is brilliant, everyone coming out, but what she really wants people to do is to email Simon Harris and to email their local TDs and just, give their opinions and make sure that this legislation does get pushed through.
So Simon's email, because we got it actually from Vera the last time she spoke to us, is simon.harris@oior.ie. She's just very anxious for us to get that out there, so that anybody who does want to email him, please do, and support Vera and Ava and everyone else who was out in sport today.